Hey, what's up, chat? Welcome to Unit 6, Day 4. We are looking at inequality word problems. And so in today's lesson, we are going to learn how to take a real world situation, write inequality, and then explain what our answer means once we solve the inequality. All right, so as a reminder, okay, whenever you have word problems, you want to make sure that you are using our word problem strategy, which is Cubs, okay? And so you should be able to fill this in on your own, okay? So go ahead and pause it and take a minute and see if you can remember the Cubs strategy on your own. All right, so the C in Cubs is to circle the numbers. The U is to underline the question. The B is to box the keywords. And then the S is to solve the problem. Okay. And again, these are some good guidelines whenever you have any type of word problem. So some steps to follow, okay? Now, this is what we use for when we were solving an equation. So to solve an equation word problem, and I actually should have changed that to say inequality, so you can feel free to do that. I just took this right off of our last unit, and because the steps are exactly the same, okay? We first read the problem using the Cubs strategy, then we're going to identify the variable that represents the unknown. Okay, and so in this lesson, I'm going to help you each time identify what the variable is, and then I want you to see if you can't write it yourself, okay? Then we are going to write an inequality using the information given, and that's where you read it and break it down. Then we're going to use the inverse operation in order to isolate the variable, to get the variable by itself. And then you can always, and you should, check your answer by substituting it back in, okay? Again, for the sake of time in this lesson, I'm probably not gonna substitute it back in every time, but you need to, guys, with these problems, plug them back in. You can see if your answer is correct, all right? So let's take a look at this first one, all right? We have Marcellus wants to buy a new pair of shoes that costs at least, okay, it costs at least, that's important, $230. He currently has $50, and he will earn $30 each day at his part-time job. After how many days will he be able to buy the shoes? Okay. Well, the first step is to identify what is my unknown. What don't I know? And we're always going to figure out, the unknown is always going to be in the question. It says how many days, okay? That's what we don't know. That is the unknown. So that is going to be our variable. So we could put any variable. I'm going to put D for days just because it starts with that letter, but I could put A, I could put X, all right? So D equals the number of days, all right? And then I want you to see if you can write the write the inequality that matches that. All right, so cost at least means that it is going to be greater than or equal to, and we remember that from our keywords from our previous lesson in translating. All right, so let's just take what we have. It says that he currently has $50, so he has 50, and then he earns 30 each day, so it's going to be 30D, okay, because each day we're taking the 30 and we're multiplying it by the number of days that he works, okay, and then he needs at least $250, so the inequality is going to be greater than or equal to 230. So that is my equation. right? I'm sorry, my inequality. And now I have to solve, okay? It's solved by using the inverse operation to get the variable by itself. So we do minus 50, both sides. 50's cancel. I got 30D is greater than or equal to 230. Oh, sorry, that's 180. Okay, and so we got 180, and then divide by 30, divide by 30. Okay, I'm running out of room, so I'm just gonna put it over here. So we have D is greater than or equal to 5. I'm sorry, not 5, 6. Okay, so so the question is how many days? So after 6 days, he will have enough money. Okay, so that is, again, he could work 6 days, or he has to work more in order to have enough to buy the shoes. So after 6 days, Marcellus will have enough to buy the shoes. All right, excellent. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, so example number 2. It says it costs $12 to get into the fair and $1.75 for each ride ticket. Eliza bought X tickets and spent a maximum of $47. Find the number of tickets Eliza bought at the fair. Find the most number of tickets she bought at the fair. Okay, so it costs $12 to get in. Okay, it costs $175 for each ticket ride. Okay, X represents the number of tickets. She got a maximum of $47. Okay, find the number of tickets. So again, tickets is what I'm looking for. That's the unknown value. So that is going to be my variable. And this time it gave me X tickets. Okay, so all right, and so I want you to pause it and try to write the inequality yourself. Okay, so again, it costs $12, okay, plus $1.75 for each ticket ride. So $1.75 times X. So because each ticket, I gotta multiply it by $1.75. Okay, she spent a maximum. Okay, so maximum means less than or equal to. Okay, because it can't go over. Okay, so it should be less than or equal to. Right, and so now we have our inequality, and now we're gonna solve it. Solve it by doing the inverse operation. Get rid of the 12 first. Cancels. I got 1.75x less than or equal to 35. Okay, and then to get the x by itself, divide by 175. Divide by 175. That cancels. I got x is less than or equal to 35 divided by 175 is 20. Okay, so what this means is Eliza, she bought up to 20 tickets. Okay, she can buy 20 or less. All right, so Eliza bought up to 20 tickets. All right. All right. Example number 3. Layla wanted to go to the school dance, but only had $20 to spend. Okay, so she had $20 to spend. If the ticket costs, so the ticket costs $5, how many bags of chips could Layla buy at the dance if each bag costs $2.50? So each bag costs $2.50, and we're looking how many bags did she buy. Okay, so again, the variable is always going to be what is the unknown. Okay, so in this case, we don't know how many bags. So B is the bags. All right. Okay. Then let's write our inequality. I want you to pause it. See if you can write the inequality on your own. All right. So the ticket costs 5. And the bags, she's going to buy some bags of chips. Oh, not G, B. And she only has, so it needs to be less than or equal. It could be equal to, less than or equal to 20. Okay. And so then I solve. Minus 5, cancels. 250B, less than or equal to 15. Divide by 250. Divide by 250. Cancel, so we got B is less than or equal to 6. All right, so that means Layla can buy up to 6 bags of chips. All right. Hey, this next one. Ryan is a wrestler trying to make weight. He currently weighs 220 pounds, so current weight. He cuts, okay, so cutting weight means he's losing it, okay, so he's losing 2 pounds per week. How many weeks will it take him to weigh less than 195 pounds, okay? So, again, what is unknown is the number of weeks that it's gonna take, so that is our variable, okay? And let's write our inequality, okay? So we have, he currently weighs 220, okay? So 220 is how much he weighs. He cuts, again, he's cutting. In other words, he's subtracting 2 pounds per week, okay? And then we're trying to figure out how much to where he weighs less than, so it's less than 195, all right? And so we subtract, we isolate, do the inverse operation to get the variable by itself. 220, that cancels. I got negative 2W less than or equal to negative 25 here, so we got negative 25. And then we're dividing by negative 2, divide by negative 2. Now remember, when I divide an inequality by a negative, I have to flip that sign. So that's going to cancel, and I have W, I'm flipping it, greater than negative 25 divided by negative 2, and that's going to give me 12.5. Okay. And so how many weeks will it take him? Well, the weeks needs to be greater than 12.5. In other words, it will take him, again, we can't do 0.5 a week, so we're just going to round it up and say it will take him 13 weeks to weigh less than 195. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish these last two. Core needs to earn at least $30 to go to the movies. She receives $5 for babysitting, okay, each week. So $5 for babysitting each week. What is the fewest number of weeks she must be able to go to the movies? Okay, so fewest number of weeks. Okay, and again, like every question before, go ahead and see if you can write the inequality yourself first. All right, so we got 5. she has 5, and she also gets, so this one she has 5, she gets 5 for each week, and she needs at least, so she needs greater than or equal to 30, okay? So in this one, it just had, it's kind of a one step. Divide by 5, that cancels. I got weeks. She needs to work at least 6 weeks. So core, she needs to work at least 6 weeks. And then lastly, Mrs. Reed charges 30 per hour. So 30 per hour for tutoring service plus a one-time fee of $100. So that's a one-time fee for supplies. How many tutoring sessions can a student attend if a parent will spend at most $250? Okay. So we're looking for how many tutoring sessions. So we'll say S for sessions, because that's what we don't know, how many sessions. Okay. All right. And see if you can write the inequality on your own first. All right, so we got 30 per session, okay, 30 per session, plus the one-time fee of 100, and the parent is spending at most, so less than or equal to 250. All right, so we subtract 30S less than 150, divide by 30, divide by 30, cancels S less than or equal to 5. All right, so the parent, the student can spend at most student may attend at most 5 sessions. Up to 5 sessions. All right, there you have it, guys. So hopefully this helped you. Again, in each of these, you just gotta, identify what the variable is, what is unknown, then write the inequality based on breaking down the information given to you, and then solve it by isolating that variable using the inverse operation. All right, and so there you have it. Hopefully this has helped you. Make sure you ask any questions if you need to, and thanks so much for watching.